Hello everybody and welcome to the very first edition of Higher Plane Games' Quick Looks. My name's Simon, person that runs a channel, and I thought I'd start us off from some indie games, for better for worse. They are lovely little one-man bands. We're taking a look at toy cars today, as you can tell by the old menu. Now I've been busying about with this for about an hour or so before I decided to do this quick look. Pretty much halfway through, I think, the career mode. So we'll take a little look at that one first. You've also got single race options as well. I can't spy any multiplayer, but it doesn't mean it's not there. It just means I probably haven't got anything connected. I'm using the keyboard arrows to race here, and you do have a selection of cars that you can buy, ranging from classes C, B and A, depending on how many credits you have. The way how the career mode seems to work is that you have to gain a certain amount of points by depending on where you finish in certain races to then get you into a challenge race, which is a 1v1 round a track instead of 1 versus 7 others, and see how you get on basically in terms of winning. So yes, let's see what happens. As you can see from the very get-go, someone say Micro Machines by any chance? You've got the pool table, there's the kitchen. Ooh. Yeah, it is heavily inspired by Micro Machines. Yeah. That's very well. Okay, very well. Never mind. Busy making sure that the record was actually on. Okay, let's catch up to these little nutters. Yes, this game borrows so heavily from Micro Machines, it's untrue. In fact, it's almost like a little wee bastardised version of it. No bad thing, because Micro Machines and its series as a whole is awesome. However, there are a couple of things that this game struggles with, and a lot of racing games are kind of defined by one or two things. One being the actual graphics themselves, and the graphics here are perfectly fine and cutesy enough. The other thing is the actual handling that takes place. One of the computers having dramas by the looks of it too. And this game has... that was a bit unnecessary, Mr. Pinky! Yeah, racing games are characterised by how the game actually handles. Yay, win. This game, it's like everyone needs to go to Weight Watchers. The cars are very fat on their handling and struggle away. And we've got a one-on-one challenge before I can get into the A class. Let's see how badly I do on this. There's a certain, not a delay, but the cars are very tardy in what they do. And I know that there is a handbrake button, but what that seems to do, more often than not, is actually spin you slightly uncontrollably round the corner. So I find it easier to just sit and take each corner very wide and hang on for dear life. I do like the little theming in this one. Admittedly, again, heavily borrowed. As you go up the classes, the cars get faster and faster, but the grip gets less and less. So some of the cars are actually quite undrivable. There's a Lombardi in here somewhere, and I gave it one very quick go and promptly changed my car background again because it was bloody awful. So let's see exactly what the A... Have I got enough? Yeah, I have. I've got enough for an A-class car. Oh, I can get that one. I'd rather go with that. It's got the most grip. Class C? Really? I'm going to ruin it. Never mind. The AI aren't the cleverest in the world. Oh god, this car's awful. But yes, the AI crash into each other, they go the wrong way. They're not particularly fast. They do seem to have completely different physics to whatever your car goings, and that just highlights the next thing I was about to complain about. We'll get back to the jumps in a second, but the AI are just nuts. The office section suffers from those paper jumps, but jumping in general is a real sore point for this game, because no matter what you do with a jump, you can just trickle over it, you can hold accelerator, sorry. Talking and gaming at the same time. This is new. Apologies. It just does a different thing every time. And when you land, sometimes it will just roll you over, and you just think, but I didn't do anything different compared to last time. Why am I now upside down? And it's a bit of a difficult one to stomach and take, to be honest. This game works better when you are on the non-jumpier tracks. But even though it looks like I'm doing a terrible job, which to be honest I probably am, the AI are doing far, far worse. And there's no particular easy, hard. See? Didn't necessarily do anything different. Still upside down. And then when you try to turn yourself back round again, you get re-spotted. Not respawned, re-spotted. Ching, thank God for that. So yeah. That in essence is... Let's take a look at the kitchen. This in essence is Toy Cars. Would I recommend it? If you're a fan of the genre, maybe. If you would just like one or two cutesy racing games, then no. I have to say there are games that do this genre a whole much more justice. If you want to actually race around little tiny things, the original Micro Machine games are still perfectly serviceable, even when you go back to... So sad! They're perfectly serviceable, even if you go back to the old original faithfuls on the Master System, Mega Drive. They still work perfectly fine. For more recent games of this generation, you could also get Gene Rally, if you're just looking for top-down racing, because that's completely free with a built-in track editor. Super Laser Racer as well, if you want one with like power-ups and stuff in. They all do fantastic jobs, and they've all got a handling that's so much more serviceable than this Weight Watcher needed game, sadly. They also have sensible AI. So yeah, that I think just about sums it up for Toy Cars, I'm afraid. It's available on Desura and XPL. Fans of the genre might find something great in it, but it is very limited. There's not tons of variety on the tracks and the themes, and to be honest, it's an imitation of something that actually already does it better and done it better about 15 years ago. Good attempt, but sadly no cigar. Till next time then, take care.